What is going on out there, peeps? All right, look, a lot of people are bringing it to my attention. There's a lot of chitter chatter about things happening in the military, and I get it. Trust me, I do. I have cousins that are in the military, and we had a conversation. So there, two of them, they're brothers, and they're in the reserves. And so, for those who don't know what the reserves are people who do military time, but instead of being in there 24/7 every day of the week, they go 2 days a weekend. I mean, 2 days a month. But there's a certain time during the year in which they go do 2 consecutive weeks. Okay? So, in talking with them, they choose the summertime to do their 2 weeks. So, in talking to them, it's not even 3 weeks since they got back from doing their reserve time, and they're being called back to base. And I asked them if they knew what. They didn't know why. But we also had another interesting conversation, and that is on their base. The commanding officer, this is the big dog of the base, he runs the entire base, had to call in and talk to the leaders on the base, the other officers, and he told them that they had to tone down their rhetoric on social media platforms, and because a lot of not just the enlisted people, but officers too, are speaking openly and out loud on social media platforms about them being unhappy about what's going on with the military as well as the direction that the country's going in. But that's not the main chatter that they're worried about. The main chatter that's being spoken about that they want them to tone down is, when is the military going to step in and do something about it? And I thought, of course they're going to want that kind of chatter going down. Now keep in mind, you guys, that during 46 Inauguration Day, and they called in the National Guard to make it look like a big thing. You remember all that stuff. I told you when they did the vetting of these officers that were there was a huge problem. What they were doing is going on to their social media platforms and as part of their vetting process, and they found out like 86% of them were huge 45 supporters. All right? So you could see that with all this CRT and all this other stuff in there, what they're trying to do is change the dynamics in the military. So we know this, okay? So yeah, there's a lot of chatter going on. The National Guard is being called. So for those of you who don't know the difference, the National Guard are usually the people who stay here and guard what's going on in our country. Every state has their own version of a National Guard. Their job is to guard the state. And some states will send over their National Guards to other states if necessary. Okay? So we're going to get into that here just a little bit more. I forgot to continue on. Hey, right now is a good time to buy gold and silver. And when you do, go to our friends over there at Money Metals Exchange. The link is down below in the description. First-time buyers, if you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you will get a free half ounce of silver. And right now is a good time. For those of you looking, there is my address. And you guys know I have this other website, and there was a lot of people that tuned in to watch the movies that I was freeing up, and I'm glad because there's a lot of information on there that I think is very important, and I did get a lot of your guys' comments. You guys see what I'm talking about now, okay? It's scary, but at the same time necessary to hear about it, okay? It's important. So there's that. You guys know I got the Facebook group. It's free to come and join, all right? The link's down below. So, in getting back to what I was saying, is I thought it was interesting. This is not them, of course. But I thought it was interesting. I said, how much of chatter is going on? He goes, dude, that's most all of the things we ever talk about. But, that's how it is. When I was in the military, that's what guys do. Sit around, they bullshit all day long, talk crap about what's going on, drink beers, you speak out vocally. Apparently, there's so much chatter going on about them being restless and not liking the direction that the country's going in, that it was enough, and they're expressing their feelings on social media platforms. So and it's causing a lot of concern. So one of the things they're talking about doing, this ought to be interesting, is not allowing the military on social media platforms. Well, technically they shouldn't be on there anyways. just because you don't want to give away your position. So, doing away with social media platforms altogether for military personnel. So this is going to be interesting to see. So people are like, oh, this person saying that on YouTube, this person saying this. I get it. I totally get it. I don't want to jump to any of the conclusions that they're coming up with. Okay, but yeah, there's definitely something going on. But it's not just here. You understand what I'm saying? It almost looks like they're preparing. And for those of you going, oh, how come 46 isn't over there in DC and it looks empty and stuff like that? Do you guys know what's going on over there? They're building something like in front of the White House. So something that's some type of, they put a ditch there and there's some type of protective thing that's supposed to be going there, some type of new wall. Because apparently too many people are jumping over the fence. So a new type of wall is what. But the thing is, they're digging down deep into the ground. I don't know what the hell they're putting there, but they might be putting some kind of security thing there just in case. So there's a lot of reinforcing buildings and just protecting things, is what a couple of people are reporting, which again makes sense. So what's going on? I have no idea. It's easy to want to make an assumption. It's easy to want to jump to conclusions. Everybody's like, I think this is NESARA, GESARA. This is not everything is NESARA, GESARA. I mean, you could call whatever you want. I get it. So this might be, leading into. I said this before, and I'll say it again. Whether you believe in a movement or not, but if you really want those things to happen, you can't just sit back and expect that they're just going to pop up. It's not going to happen. And I'm really happy to see more and more people are getting away from that. Well, the clones are out there, and we're sitting on the couch. No, not anymore. It still won't keep me from joking about it, but not anymore. No, people are past that. That's just crap. Right? No damn clones. No. Nobody's sitting back eating popcorn. People are waking the hell up big time. And they're talking now. You see, around the world, some of the biggest countries, some of the biggest cities, people are protesting in the millions. And the media wants to lie. Trying to cover up the truth. They don't want the word to get out. So, another interesting thing that's happening here, we all know about what's going on in the special audits. More and more counties are doing it. Thanks to Dave Jose and Josh Barnett, who are teaching people how to do it the proper way. And they're out there making demands. That's another thing that's now trying to be silenced. For those you don't know, most of the people talking about the AZ audit, a lot of those platforms were removed off YouTube. Whoosh. I'm not saying they're gone 100%, but a lot of them have been removed. They don't want, these platforms are doing all they can to hide the truth from people as much as possible. Because if they see that people are really starting to rise up, then they're afraid that will carry momentum. So, yeah, I'm aware about the military. I've spoken to my cousin long before these other videos came out. I was trying to make sense of it, but I just laughed because to me, that's normal chitter chatter on a base. But when they told me that it was enough to where the commanding officer called in other officers, now that's different. The scary part is, not that they're talking and the way they're talking. The scary part is the fact that they're being monitored. Now that's pretty scary. Okay. But that's where we are right now. They're really monitoring things tightly. That's where you're seeing this rush all of a sudden to push people into the digital cryptocurrency. The central bank digital currency. That thing is not ready, and they're forcing people. Countries all of a sudden, well, okay, guess what we're going to do? We're going to get rid of cash. Yeah, because once they control the money, they're going to control you. So you got to speak out against it. Don't cooperate with it. You need money outside of the system. That's why I tell people all the time, it's not about pumping gold and silver. It's about keeping yourself and your family protected and staying outside of the system so that they can't control you. Do you see what I'm saying? All right, so yeah, I seen that. I'm aware of it. Again, just for the sake of it, you guys, I spoke about this. I don't get anything from them. You guys just go over to For Patriots because, you just don't know. There's already all kinds of talk about food shortages. So just be prepared. That's all I'm saying. Now, I get it. Some of you guys can. Some of you can't buy. I get that. But, everybody try to do what you can to prepare. Go to the store, buy food, seeds, whatever. This isn't about being hyperbolic or scaring people. This is about being prepared. Like I said before, I'd rather be over-prepared and nothing happens. Actually, I prefer that. But it's better than being caught off guard and underprepared. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'll leave this here. They got food kits, but they also got water filtration systems. So, in case you get stuck outside or whatever you're doing, there's a way to purify your water. If there's not enough water out there, where we live near streams and stuff, so it's necessary. They got different levels of food supplies for you guys to go check out. I encourage you guys to do so. If you don't like that company, then go check this out. I mean, these guys got these straws, $28. There you go. You get these little straws, you can drink out of water. Okay, they got all these other systems as well. Anyways, I just want to share that with you today, guys. There's nothing wrong with being prepared. Have money outside the system. We talked about it. This is why I left cryptocurrencies 100%. I see a bigger picture that's happening, and I don't trust those at all. Not now. No, not with everything that's going on. And I believe my brothers and sisters over there in Canada, a couple of you send me articles, that Canada is getting ready to do a bail-in, you guys. It's being talked about. So be prepared. I told you, they're doing one country at a time. What happened in Cuba? They did a bail-in. That triggered everything else. There's a lot of other problems going on. But what started it was a bail-in. I showed you guys the videos. They said they woke up in the morning one day, money's gone. I was like, yeah, that's what they do. So be prepared. I don't keep my money in a bank. Be safe, be prepared. So I don't know what's going on. The National Guard is on alert. Not all of them, but, I don't know. The reserves got called back for some reason. I'm aware of commanding officers at bases talking to the military, their leaders there on base, telling them to tone down the rhetoric on social media platforms. I'm not sure, but there's a lot of things being rushed really quick. Interesting. Anyways, that's it. You guys hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later. I'm out.